Hello and welcome to Film Companion South. I am Vishal Menon and today I am going to be reviewing Kazhugu 2. Kazhugu, the spiritual predecessor to this week's Kazhugu 2, had a plot you just couldn't go wrong with. I only watched the film recently, but I just couldn't forget a friend's narration of the basic plotline of the film from over 5 years ago. And that's because Kazhugu is about a team of people who make it their business to trek down the mountains of Kodaikanal to retrieve bodies of those people who've committed suicide. Details like how this group decides their rate based on how far below the bodies have fallen, and their overall indifference to the idea of death made for a bunch of interesting, fascinating characters. Even Krishna's character Sarah, with his alcoholism and almost animalistic behavior, made for a very distinct character. So it further worked for the film when a woman falls for this seemingly unlovable character. In a sense, Kazhugu made up for its lack of finesse with texture, which is what I was expecting from Kazhugu 2, as it brings back the whole team together. If the first film was set in the hills, this time we move to the forests. Johnny and Kali are mistaken for hunters and are hired to protect a group of tree fellers from wild dog attacks. They are petty criminals and they look at this job as a hideout to stay as far away from the police as possible. But Bindu Madhavi's medley, like the first film, is magnetically drawn to Johnny. So at this point, the film is being built up as a man versus animal conflict. But this plotline is quickly abandoned, and those wild dogs I mentioned earlier, they become inconsequential for the rest of the film. Like Yashika Anand, the film's item song girl. The film even momentarily dumps the love story angle when it briefly becomes a heist thriller. When a local MLA, of all people, stumble upon pots of gold hidden under the ground. Now, if I were to say that such ideas belong in the films of the 70s, that would be a major insult to that decade. Given that this film is a sequel, even major plot points come with a feeling of deja vu, which makes it even harder to invest in this film. The twists don't work, the performances are all over the place, and the film is trying too hard to tell too many stories at once. Come to think of it, the title Kazhugu fits the first film better because that is after all about a bunch of scavengers who are after the dead. But all this film does is spoil the good name of the first part for being the unusual love story that it was. So that's it for my review of Kazhugu 2. If you want the full version, please log on to filmcompanion.in, and if you like this video, please hit like and subscribe to Film Companion South.